Here's JPMorgan Chase CEO Jamie Dimon speaking out at the bank's annual Investor Day. He addressed the succession question as well as calls for more buybacks, while also raising forecasts for a key revenue metric. It was pretty action-packed, in other words. Here to discuss is someone who was there, Yahoo Finance's David Hollerith. So David, give us the sort of most important takeaways.
Yeah, so in a wide-ranging Q&A, Jamie came out after his executive team gave presentations about various parts of, JPMorgan Chase, which is a sprawling, enormous, the largest bank in the country. And effectively, he weighed in on AI, saying it's a little bit like exercise now. We're beyond the debate about talking about whether or not it's important. He also addressed the bank's excess capital. JPMorgan has a lot of extra capital, even by their own standards, saying that he did not want to buy back more of the stock at these prices. Now, he always cages that as it being a personal judgment. Earlier today, CFO actually did touch on maybe more buybacks being in the cards, being a possibility. Jamie Dimon also did talk about his succession plans, and he didn't give us 5 years. He didn't give us a date per se, but last year he sort of made a comment about how he had 3.5 more years. And this year, when asked how long he would stay, he said it's not 5 years anymore. So what we're taking from this is sort of that he is being a little bit more clear in vocalizing the fact that he's not going to run the bank forever.
Anything that you gleaned from just the tone? You were there among the participants. We're only a few years back into the return out of hiding here from COVID. Just what was the mood like there?
Yeah, I think the most interesting thing, the consumer and community bank, the biggest part of JPMorgan Chase, is running fairly smoothly. But then we have this combination of the commercial bank and the investment bank and trading and all these other things. That's CIB, the commercial and investment bank. And that's a new reshuffling of management. So it's a little bit of a new team forming, and it's a pretty complicated multinational team they're working with. So that's sort of where I think we'll see the new from JPMorgan come. Outside of that, I think artificial intelligence is something that every executive brought on and talked about. So, we want to hear more about that.
And just a quick comment on the stock. It seems like it is going down on the buyback comment specifically, that they're not buying back shares at this particular price.
I mean, without ever having a true answer for what the market's doing, it seems like that's probably where the stock began selling off around the time Jamie started speaking. So.
Gotcha.